I checked under our bathtub while my husband was on a business trip, and what I stumbled upon made me turn pale. While my husband was away on a business trip, a decorative panel on our bathtub unexpectedly fell off. It seemed like a minor issue, so I decided to send him a quick message, asking if I could take care of it myself. To my surprise, his response came back almost instantly, and it was completely unexpected. Now, my husband has always been the calmest and kindest person. We have been together for 5 years, and I have never heard him use such a tone before. Naturally, his over-the-top reaction caught my attention. How could it not? So, despite his warning, I made the decision to investigate it myself. I found something inside that chilled me. He was hiding disturbing photos and documents. I couldn't believe what I saw as I looked through the pictures. Each one was more unsettling than the last. The photographs showed violence, torture, and murder. Some were taken in dark rooms, others in abandoned buildings. The victims' faces were filled with fear and despair, haunting me. The photographs came with handwritten notes. The notes included dates, locations, and cryptic messages. It was obvious that my husband was involved in something sinister. It was something I never expected. My mind raced with questions. How could the man I loved be connected to such heinous acts? Was he a part of a criminal organization? Had he been leading a double life all this time? I felt a mixture of betrayal, fear, and confusion. The once solid foundation of our marriage had crumbled beneath me, replaced by a web of secrets and deceit. As I continued to dig deeper, I stumbled upon a hidden compartment beneath the photographs. Inside, I found a stack of cash and a passport with a different name. My husband had been living a lie, assuming a false identity. At our home, I used the attached bathroom to the main bedroom. My husband always used the other bathroom. And he is so particular about the cleaning that he always cleaned the bathroom himself. That particular day, I wanted to use the bathtub, which I had never used since our wedding, and we moved to this house. Now I understood why he never allowed anyone else to clean that bathroom. The discovery left me paralyzed with fear. I didn't know who my husband truly was anymore. Was he a dangerous criminal, or was there a deeper explanation for all of this? I knew I had to confront him, but I was unsure of what I would say or how he would react. Days turned into sleepless nights as I grappled with the truth. Finally, the day of my husband's return arrived. I decided to confront him and ask for the truth. The evening before, I was watching a crime series. The series had a new story each episode. Coincidentally, the story resembled my own situation. The husband, when confronted, suddenly showed his true self and pushed the wife to the wall, covering her face with a handkerchief. When she got consciousness, she found herself in a dark room, which was probably in an underground location. I was so much scared that I switched off the TV and went to sleep. I wanted to run away. But that was not an option. If my husband was a hardened criminal who could successfully hide his double life from me and my family for the past 5 years, he can easily find me out and most probably dump me in some dark corner. Probably for the world I will be lost, and after some time, I will become a sad memory to my parents and friends. I couldn't sleep. Should I pretend to remain ignorant and continue as a devoted and loving wife? But how long? I loved my husband the same way I loved him when we first met each other, before my wedding. But from now onwards, I can't love him anymore. Another fear hunted me. If I behave differently, he will know I might have found his dark life, and that would be the end of me. I wanted to call the police and ask for protection. But finally, by end of the night, I decided to pretend that I haven't seen anything. I brought back the decorative panel and pretended I had not even noticed that. I also carefully looked around if my husband has fixed secret cameras to keep an eye on my activities. I find none. Luke returned from the trip the next morning. I had not slept the whole night. I composed myself and welcomed him, forcing a smile on my face. He came close to me and hugged. He said, "Emily, you look so pale. Are you sick?" I thought of saying I was fine, but I was sure he would doubt me. So, I said, "Luke, I didn't get enough sleep last night. I don't know why." I made tea for him. He settled down on the sofa for having tea with me. "Emily, I know I have not given the time I should have given to you. You know, I have so high pressure job. But I asked my head office, and they allowed me to take 2 weeks leave. Can you take 2 weeks leave from your office, and we can go on a holiday? My office has booked flight ticket and hotel accommodation for me in Forts Hire for my dedication to work." Without batting an eyelid, I said yes. Then I went to the kitchen to keep the teacups in the sink, and something sunk in. I had spoken to him every alternate day, and he had never told me about this holiday plan. Why all of a sudden? Sure, he has gone to the bathroom, and discovered his secret has been spilled out. And this must be a plan to take me to the secret location, and then I will vanish from this planet forever. That is the reason he has already decided where we would go, on the pretext the office has booked flight ticket and hotel for us. I won't have a say in which place we would visit. I began sweating. We had 3 weeks before the holiday. Until then, Luke worked in his local office. Every day, he would go to his office after I leave home, and would be back before I returned from the office. I was sure he must have done something to hide the discoveries, and I didn't dare to go to that bathroom. Running away was also not an option. If he is truly a hardcore criminal, he would find me anyway. Rather, I decided to face that moment, and look into his eyes, and ask if I deserve this end, for all the love I have given to me. Unlike before, he was coming to the bed with me, and we were making love regularly. I enjoyed all these intimacies, fully aware that what was about to come. But I lived in the present, and enjoyed all those blissful moments. Finally, the day came when we boarded the plane for our holiday. After getting off at Skyhaven Airport, we headed towards the small historic city Forts Hire. The airport was so small, hardly any plane landed there. We came in a small 6-seater plane. Luke said, "We will be here for 2 weeks. I was working tirelessly for last many years, and you are also working without complaining. We both will relax, and offload all the stress we have taken in the past years. I promise, within 3 months I will organize another holiday, and to a place you will choose. I chose this place. But next will be your turn." I forced a smile, knowing that the time to choose a holiday of my choice might never come. He took me to the old and dilapidated fort. I was waiting when the time will come for my end, and was rehearsing how I would look into his eyes, and ask the answer to my love to him. 1 week after our arrival, I felt there was something wrong. My period was delayed. While coming back from the fort to the town, I asked him to stop the car near a pharmacy store. He didn't ask me what I needed, and waited for me in the car. That evening, Luke went for a walk, leaving me at the cottage. I used the pregnancy test kit. It was positive. I was at the crossroad of my life. What would happen to this child if I were not sure about my own fate? Instead of being happy, I began wondering why God gave me such a fate. I came to the bedroom and sat on the floor, burying my face in between my knees. I don't remember how long I sat like this. A touch on my shoulder brought me to sense. Luke was sitting by my side. "Anything wrong?" he asked. I sobbed and said, "Yes. Probably. I am pregnant." Luke all of a sudden lifted me from the ground and stood up. "Emily, this is such a great news. Finally, after so many years of our marriage." He kissed me like a madman. I was surprised and thought, is this all drama? Luke said, "Emily, you gave me the best news of my life, and in return, I will also give you another good news. Not like this, but important one." The news was, and he has been promoted, and will hardly go up station, the way he was doing for the past years. Then he told me something, which I never knew. He was working undercover, to track terrorism-related activity. He was not allowed to disclose his nature of work to anybody, including his own family. From now onwards, he will work in the headquarters, and lead a normal life. Thus, he would be able to devote more time to the newcomer of our family. After holidaying one more week, we came back. I gathered the courage to visit the bathroom, where I had discovered the photos. They had all vanished. I never brought that topic in between us, rather focused on our future child. This story is written by S.A. Spencer, the author of thrillers, The Pink Mutiny, and The Black Waters. The Pink Mutiny is now available on Amazon for free. The Black Waters is available at a discounted price now. Links to both the books have been given in the description box below. Also, please do not forget to subscribe and like this video, so that we will bring more such interesting stories. We would also like to read your comments in the comments section below.